Howdy. I need to do my nails. Just a quick color change. And I thought I'd just kind of chat and chill with y'all while I did it. So how you been? How's it going? How's your family and them? So I'm just going to take this off and I'm going to go with a slightly darker color. But I'm not really going to concentrate on that. I don't know if y'all can see that. Bring it back here. And so I thought I'd just talk a little bit about my channel, what's going on, and things that's going on in my life. Just a little chit chat, you know. And so I've been really enjoying doing the story times. I love fairy tales. I've always loved fairy tales. I find them odd and fascinating, and it's kind of like when you're reading a fairy tale as an adult, you know, when you're thinking about it in context. It's like being an archaeologist. It's like looking through the past of our stories and superstitions and cultures, and I like to try to imagine, you know, why they told these stories. And anyway, I've been having a good time presenting them and discussing them. I've been at first I presented the story and then briefly discussed it at the end of the story, and I've decided to change that and just present the story on one video just as it is without any of my thoughts or any of that, and then do a follow-up video with the discussion on there. So I appreciate everybody's input, and I loved having conversations about those stories. They're very fascinating to me. Always have been. I always like to read them to the kids, even though I had to change them because they were, you know, some of them are dark and disturbing. I didn't read any of the really bad ones to them, but I did change some of them so that I could read them to them, because I did find, you know, I always thought they were interesting and cool stories. And the kids always liked them, even though I, you know, kind of vanillaed them up a little bit. And me and Slim have been doing pour painting. And that is so much fun, you guys. It is so much fun. It's a lot of setup. It's kind of tedious. In fact, when I get done here, I'm probably going to go in there and finish treating some canvases with gesso and sanding them and everything. So there's a lot of setup, there's a lot of prep work and stuff, but it's worth it. It's really fun to pour that cup out, see what happens and the designs and when you're tilting it and everything. I love it. I really think it's fun. What kind of stuff do you like to do? Are you very artistic or not really? You like to draw, paint, write, sing? I'm interested to know what other people do for fun. My husband, Slim, is an amazing artist. He does mostly line drawings in pencil or ink. He also uses a lot of colored pencils and markers. And in the past few years has really gotten into some really better materials, the really high-end markers and stuff, alcohol-based, real good markers, and he's been doing some really excellent stuff with those. And so both of us have been interested in watching pour painting videos on YouTube, you know, and they're so neat to watch. And you know, those paintings are like, they're like the sunsets that I get. It's just a few moments and it will never happen again, and it is completely an original, you know, that it's only going to be like that one time. Like a sunset or a sunrise, or, you know, when you pour that cup out and all those colors blossom. There goes my little froggy. If y'all hear my little froggy, that's my sound for my text message. And when I first started making videos, I always forget to turn it down. I tried to edit that out, or not use the video with the frog in it, but now I just let it go. Y'all just gonna hear that frog. That frog just gonna ribbit its little tail off. I have been loving watching the unboxing videos. You guys are so sweet. I love watching you guys open that stuff. And I box it like that for a reason. I put all that extra packaging and all that extra paper and stuff on there so that, it'll be fun to unwrap. So it'll take you a little while. The anticipation of getting in there and getting your goodies out. And I was going to tell you, Belinda, I know you were wondering, how in the hell does she know that I like this when I gave you that naughty and nice? Well, a long time ago, back in October, when I first started my channel, I showed my little door cover, and it had the skeleton man that's like, the brightly colored one, like the sugar skull skeletons for the Dias de los Muertos, Day of the Dead skeletons. And you left a comment on there talking about how much you liked that. And I remembered. And that's how I knew you'd like them stickers, and you'd like that jewelry. And besides, honey, I know you just an old head from way back. Like calls to like. I hear you. I hear you, girl. Super cool. They'll go with your concert t-shirts. So anyway, been doing some shopping at them crafting stores. That's a great thing about being married to an artist. He's always willing to go to the crafting stores where, to get art supplies, where a lot of men, that's like the last place in the world they'd want to go and take you and hang out for a long time while you look at beads. Most dudes ain't into that, but he's looking at canvases, and he's looking at all different kinds of paints, and so we can just stay up in them craft stores for a long time. Hello, Howard. He's going to try and put some of his hairs on my nail polish, I can already tell. Howard, I don't need no hair in my nail polish now. You can keep it. I always try to have me a little blues music going on. I love the blues. Love it. Always have. Ever since I can first remember hearing blues music, I've loved it. Just about every kind. My son plays the blues. I don't think there's anything better than that, and sitting and listening to my son play the blues. It's the best. And it can just be like this. This is just like a backing track for someone to improvise blues with, just the back track, but I don't care. It's good. We got a couple of good blues stations around here. They're alright. Howard. It's like he can smell nail polish. He comes in here whenever I'm doing my nails and tries to get me to pet him. So anyway, I guess I'm done. I did me a little quick change there on color. And I think I'm going to get around and try and do a discussion video on one of those stories. I got a Clever Gretel coming up next. I want to get all those done and organized there so that I can start reading a story and then doing the discussion. And I have loads more. There are literally hundreds. After the book I'm working on, I have another book like this thick with hundreds, dozens and dozens and dozens of fairy tales, each more unusual and odder than the last. So I'll be presenting those to you. And it's been raining a lot, so that's why there's not been very many sunsets, and they've not been of excellent quality, because I have to nip out there and get one. I can't just kind of loiter around outside until the golden hour, and just get the few moments where it really blazes, because I'm cold, and it's usually like mist and rain. It was sleeting a little bit last night. It's getting pretty cold. So yeah, I'm not standing outside at sunset much right now. But later on it's going to get better. Also, that night sounds, ASMR video went over real good. People seem to like it, and so I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna try to do a 10-minute one. And the problem is, in the wintertime, even though the road is not close, the traffic noise carries, especially at night. And so I have to catch it at a time when there's not any traffic at all. But and also I'm trying not to get the cows mooing in the background, and the man down the way, he comes and he calls his cows up. I don't know if you've ever heard anybody call cows, but it's loud and it's distinctive, and it's, you know, not really what I'm trying to catch on my night sounds ASMR. But yeah, I'm going to try and get more. And in the summertime, especially after a rain, it's loud. I mean, it's like you walk outside and you're like, dang, really? A bazillion frogs and God knows what else is out there, all raising hell, loud as they can be. So I'm going to try and catch some of that in the different seasons, like do a spring, a summer, a fall, and a winter. The test, I would, you know, it would be winter on a nice day, you know, when they start kind of perking up a little bit. But I'm trying to decide what I want to do for a visual. If you have any suggestions, I'm open. I was thinking, you know, I had my little Coleman lantern up there. I had just set it on the fence post up in some brush. And you could see the sunset back behind the brush. And it looked all right. You know, it was just a spontaneous thing. I just set that up there. And that's what I looked at while I was recording the sounds. But I'm going to set it up better for the longer ones. So I'm going to have my tripod out there and everything. And I'm going to try and catch it when there's, you know, no wind noise or anything. I was thinking maybe setting up a few candles outside. I don't know. It'll be night. I don't really want to go to the trouble of lighting something. I want the night. I want it to look like night. So I was thinking a couple of candles, maybe a little like multi-layered candle effect, and then just kind of just show that while we listen. Later, I'll be able to just light some of my flowers, because I'll have lots of flowers. But I have some jonquils right now. I might could light those and just show those, maybe jonquils. They'll be closed at night. I don't know. What do y'all think? As far as like a visual for the night sounds. I did like the lantern and the sunset, but I'm not going to be able to catch the sunset like that. That was just kind of a lucky thing, because I was out there, had my camera, there didn't happen to be any traffic noise, and so yeah, that was just kind of a lucky break. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try and do a little more ASMR, night sounds. I've done the walking in the leaves, and I'm not against doing those kind of things. I kind of like that kind of stuff. We'll see. Thanks for being with me, chatting with me while I did my nails. Y'all be sweet.